Hi, this is Harry once again, and I brought you another story. You see, some of my stories, not some, all of my stories are the ones that my dad has told me when I was small. And down the lane, no, I think we've just forgotten it. And this generation also needs to know about it. There is one word that all of us are irritated, and all of us grow up with that word. And you know what is that? Good for nothing. The first person who tells you that you're good for nothing is your very own parent. They say, listen, you're good for nothing. तू बेकार है, किसी काम का नहीं है. And then you go around, you have your teacher. She says, listen, Tommy, you're good for nothing. Hey, Johnny, you're good for nothing. This good for nothing, bekar, it actually cramps us. Even when we go in a peer group and we are playing cricket and sometimes you just leave a catch, the first thing is to bekar hai, good for nothing. So whether it's your parent, whether it's your teacher, and when you grow up, some boss, you must have a nasty boss who one day just goes out of his mood and tells you just good for nothing. And we grow up with this good for nothing stigma upon us. No? You know, there are few people, not few, many people, but I'll just take one or two's names who actually grew up with this, but it did not affect them. William Shakespeare was one of them, and the most classic person is Thomas Alva Edison. Thomas Alva Edison was told by his teacher, of course many times, but under the breath, she wrote a letter and sent to the mother, don't give it to your mother. And in that letter it was that Thomas was totally good for nothing. He cannot even attend school, keep him at home, that was it. And you all know, boys, Thomas Alva Edison went on to invent so many things. He never was discouraged. I have a story of two friends. There's one Mr. John and his friend Mr. William. These were two very big businessmen, and they owned two big huge business houses. And one day Mr. John came to Mr. William and said, you always talk about motivation and your workers are highly motivated and there's no problem within them. I would like to test your motivation skills one day. He said, I've never found anybody who's good for nothing. He said, really? I said, really? So he said, okay, cool. He said, I have one guy. So Mr. John sends William one of his worker. He said, I have one worker and I just want to see what to do with him. Just send him. He said, no problem, just send him to me. So he sends Big Tom to him. Big Tom is a huge lanky guy with dreamy eyes as if he's got 5 pegs down him, and he comes to him. And William said, Big Tom, are you going to work for me? Anything, sir? So he tells, okay, enjoy 1 week holiday and come back after a week. I'll give you a good job. That evening, Johns and William both sat down at the pub. They were having a drink over there. And he said, I want to tell you one thing about Big Tom. Whichever job you give him, he just sleeps. He's useless. He just sleeps. I made him the gatekeeper, he slept. I made him the office keeper, he slept. I put him behind the counter, he slept. Wherever I put him, even in the kitchen, he slept. He's just useless. William tells, that's the guy I need. Then, that's the guy you need? Yes, that's the guy I need. So, but I heard that you have given him a 1 week paid holiday. Yes, because I have to build a new place for him. So in his supermarket, he builds a huge, beautiful block over there, and it is wooden with dull lights and woodwork done, and all hangers put beautifully things. They're all night garments this side, that side, everywhere, no? And after a week, Big Tom is called in, and there's a big inauguration over there. So he tells Big Tom, you just wear on my brand night suit. He puts on a night suit, he puts on an overcoat, he makes him sit down on a stool, and as usual, Big Tom falls asleep there. He's fast asleep in that clothes. And there he puts a caption. William's night garments are so comfortable, you can fall to sleep anywhere. And he points over there, even this man can. And when people come over there, and America was going through such a problem because everybody was suffering from this sickness. They couldn't sleep at night, they were taking pills, they were drinking, they were doing anything, but they were never getting sleep. And once they saw this garment and they saw this man really sleeping, a hefty, huge guy, fast asleep, not bothered, 20, 30 people around him in the supermarket, he has no problem. There, everybody came and they bought the night clothes, and all the night garments that were never being sold at Williams stores were just sold at hotcake, and this business shot up over 100%. And Big Tom became the talk of the town. And Jones told him, William told him, remember Jones, nobody is useless. Nobody is good for nothing. Everybody has been made by God. And as I told you in my previous video, he's a masterpiece. But for what they are made, we cannot recognize sometimes. So we just brand them good for nothing. Can you believe? If Thomas Alva Edison had just taken that to his mind and his mother had taken it in mind and told him, no, but I just don't forget everything, we would have not had all these beautiful things. No gramophone. Today we have all the music on a single chip, but it started with the gramophone that he started. Okay, so remember one thing, no matter how lazy you are, no matter how bad you are, if anybody tells you you're good for nothing, just tell them, no, I'm good for something. If God has made me, I'm good for something. And nobody is good for nothing. Bye-bye. I think we had a good time.